Okay, so thing one I wanted to show off for the new factory was this, right behind Fluorite here, which is where I'm making my endgame gear. Now, I did have a system where it would automatically make the endgame gear, where it was pretty much this entire system, but with 2 more refining units, and then the gearing unit as well, with a depot unloader that would then feed into the gearing unit way later. But I have found that it's just, like, yes, it takes up more space, but I think this is just way easier and way better to have, essentially, let me go up top side. It's just way better to have these. This is Origo Crust, which is made from Iridium ore. Yeah, you obviously will want your infinite Stanley farm, and you make 2 of these instead. So then that way you can make 2 of these, which you need 2 of these for this. So, yeah. Now, you might be asking, where am I making the Iridium? Well, I'm making them in nearly every single fucking facility I have with this, right here. Where I have home base basically feeding in Iridium, and this is how I'm getting the ore. And then this is the infinite seed stuff. You only need to really copy this one right here. So you want 2 seeds, 4 planters, and then 2 protocol stashes, but don't put these down until after this entire system gets clogged. And then you want to repeat this over and over and over again ad nauseum. So that's how I'm making my endgame gear. So, in Wuling, I have only 2 of these carbon makers. Now, why only 2, you may be asking? Well, that's because of this flower right here that can only be found in Wuling called the Yajin, or however it's pronounced. And the reason why it's feeding into it, if we actually look at the refining unit, 1 of the flower makes 2 carbon instead of 1. So, I have an infinite farm right here that makes my Yajin. And I only need 2 of these to go, because 1 seed makes 2 flowers. And because it'll get overcapped, that 1 flower then goes into here, that 1 flower becomes carbon, and those 2 carbon become dust, which then becomes 1 Xiranite. So there is that. I just got rid of my HC farm, but that's because I barely have any Ferium to my name, which is unfortunate. I hate having a crutch. But thankfully, it is slowly gathering up. And this is where I remade my Xiranite farm. If I go topside again, it's basically just the same thing I had connected to the home base, but instead, it's now connected to 3 depot buses, but it's still the same facilities. So you want 3 shredders, you want a grinder here, and a protocol storage unit here, feeding into 2 refiners, and then Forge of the Sky here. I have found that this is the most efficient way of making the things. Now, granted, you could put down another carbon system, so that way you have the shredder making 3, but the only reason why you don't want to do that is because you need 2 stabilized carbon in order to make 1 Xiranite, so it's better to just have a 2-for-1 system instead. So you have a full storage unit of useless sand leaf. Which, you know, is unfortunate, but hey, what can you do? But, yeah. This is making infinite Xiranite, which one of them is being used to make the battery, which in turn is being sold in the Outpost Manager mode, so I can get bills, so I can, better farm. Name of the game is, it's like a well-oiled machine.